kind of get away to different environment and prepare for some other teams other than competing against yourselves?
It's a great experience to come out, and play other teams. It's getting away from home, The weather change was kind of today's a good day, but other days been pretty hot, and yeah, it's good just getting in these good games against teams that I've never played against before. We have New England next, and I feel like it's gonna be a good game, good challenge for me and the boys.
Absolutely. And you were you were training preseason with the first team last year as a second team player. Now you're on a first team contract. How do these experiences with the younger players around the first team kind of help them develop, and how did it help yourself as you continue to develop into a professional?
Yeah, I just feel like this year is obviously a bigger responsibility for me since I'm on with the first team now, and coming in with a lot of my boys, I can help them out, giving them some help. They ask me questions, I give them the help, and yeah.
Absolutely. What are some of your personal goals for this season as you head into your first team contract?
First of all, it's just to keep on getting better every day, taking one day at a time, and hopefully by then I'm there to make my first team debut, and just to be consistent with them every day, on and off, second team and first team. Wherever I go, it's just give it the best I can.
Absolutely. And what's been your favorite moment of preseason so far?
I'd say going to the beach right next to the hotel. It's amazing watching the sunset. That's definitely that was the best experience.
Thanks, man.
No, thank you.
All right, let's go again.
Yeah, so a couple weeks preseason in Houston. How does it feel to kind of get away different environments compared to face some different teams?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to get away for a little while and just be together, spend some time, get to know new teammates and stuff like that, and get to have some extra time to have meetings and spend time on the training field. So it's great to get out here and play some games. The weather's great, fields are great, so it's good.
Absolutely. And how's your transition to goalkeeper number one been? I mean, many of your teammates always said you're an important part of the locker room anyway, but how does that kind of being a starter and maybe impact your approach to preseason and the season as a whole this year?
It doesn't really change much, to be honest. I just out here doing my job, and hopefully now I'm on the field. So no, it really doesn't change my mindset or what I do each day very much at all, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are some of your kind of personal goals and goals for the team this season to look ahead to the 20 season?
I mean, it's simple. It's just win games and make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Make the playoffs and go from there and compete in Leagues Cup, compete in Open Cup. We just keep it simple, and we'll do all the little things we can to give us the best chance of success in both those tournaments and in the league.
Absolutely. And this last one here, what has been your favorite moment of preseason so far?
My favorite moment of preseason so far, seeing us score some good goals. Yeah, that's it. See us score some good goals and just competing in the games. That's what that's the most fun is, having the games to play in and compete. So for me, those are the highlights.
Perfect. All right, thanks, Tarbell. You good?
Yeah.
After a couple weeks of preseason in Houston, how's it feel to kind of get away and be in a different environment, prepare for some different teams and that sort of thing?
I think it's always a key thing of a preseason that you sometimes kind of get away from your everyday life in Houston and then being here in Tampa. I think it's nice. It's not too long of a training camp where you kind of get those kind of a little bit of like tipping on your toes. You want to kind of get going again and closer to the game. So now we have these 5 days where we have had some good sessions on a good pitch. Weather is lovely, and we just kind of can get into some details around our play and just get each other to get closer to each other as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of building on that, what is your approach kind of personally, and maybe even looking at the team aspect when it comes to preseason? What are your focus points that you kind of look at?
Building fitness is one thing, and we're doing that, but in that is also kind of how can we as quickly get back to our kind of high level that we have had. We kind of played 2 good games against Seattle and have that in your mind that we are still there, kind of the mental aspect that we're still there and we haven't forgotten to play football just because we've been away for 2 months. So get into that rhythm again and get that feel of where to run on the pitch, and it feels like everything is kind of still kind of implemented in our heads, so that's a good thing.
And in my opinion, one of the coolest aspects of preseason is having some of the younger players mixed in and around the first team squad, getting some of those experiences. How important are those kind of experiences and conversations for them as they develop as professionals?
Another important thing of it, like the young guys that come around with us the first time, it's kind of a big thing for them. We have some guys that is 15, 16 years of age, and for them, of course, they're youngsters, but they're on this kind of level because they have a high level and they are growing and growing and growing. So that's important. The other day we went to the beach and we saw the youngsters kind of had a small ball and throwing around and playing some two-touch, and I filmed them. Like, it was incredible to see that kind of youth energy.
Yep, absolutely. And one more thing, what's been your favorite moment of preseason so far?
I think just kind of being able to go to the beach, and that's not something that we always have in Houston. We need to drive a little bit to get to the beach. So that is kind of nice, and just kind of time kind of evaporates. So it's just kind of, we're here and you forget sometimes what kind of day it is, and sometimes that's a good thing for our kind of mindset as well. All right, guys.
A couple weeks in preseason back in Houston. Now we're different environment on the road, preparing to face other teams. How does it feel to be in that different environment and get away from it?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good team bonding, and it's a good opportunity for us to get to know each other and collaborate together. I mean, that's part of the season is working well on the road, and obviously we did that well last year. So starting it off right this year.
For sure. And then for you personally and as a team, what are some of your focus points as you prepare for a season during preseason? Where do you kind of put a lot of your attention?
Yeah, I think it's about getting physically and mentally back to 90-minute fitness. I think that's the biggest point of emphasis on preseason, is trying to build ourselves up physically and mentally to get back into game mode.
Yep, absolutely. And one of the best aspects, in my opinion, of some of these preseason trips are the younger players getting involved, having a few minutes being around you first teamers. How important are those experiences, those minutes, to helping them develop as professionals in their career?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, I've been there before, and I remember those times very vividly. And I think that they will remember those times for the rest of their lives. It's very special for us to be able to sit there and almost enjoy the amount of fun that they have. You know, we feel that energy as well. So it's special for both sides.
Absolutely. And then last one here, what has been your favorite moment of preseason so far?
Last night we had a nice beach sunset walk with the boys. That was pretty nice.
Good stuff. All right. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Yep. So just a couple weeks of preseason in Houston now. We're on the road, different environment, getting ready to face other teams. How is that kind of benefiting the team, getting a different environment?
It's nice to get into a fresh environment, you know. Similar weather. Actually, no, it's way colder in Houston right now, but it's just nice to get into a new environment, really. Change of scenery, kind of mimics away matches, so yeah, I think it's good for preparation.
And you trained with the first team during preseason last year as a 17 player, now you're on a first team contract.
Yeah.
How does being around some of these first team guys when you were, as these young guys developed as professional, and now you're still around the team? Let's talk with the hands. How does that kind of help the younger players develop into professionals?
I mean, I can speak from my experience. It's something that I wanted. I wanted to be able to, you know, learn from the veterans and whatnot. So definitely was looking forward to that. And yeah, I mean, that's the best way to learn. Learn from people who have been doing it for a long time.
Absolutely. What are some of your personal goals this season as you start being around the first team a little more?
I'm going to start to develop those as the season goes, but my first goal is just to help the team in any way, shape, and form. You know, whatever they have me do, whether it's you know, being a really good practice guy or I get my opportunity. I'm just waiting for that. So yeah, just helping the team in any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
What's been your favorite moment of preseason so far?
I get up for those games, the matches, San Antonio and FC Cincinnati. I'm really looking forward to New England, so those are my favorite, the match days. Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. Thanks, man.
Yeah.